This week on the Kelly Files, I said that Donald Trump's campaign is the most hate-filled and bigoted campaign that we have seen since the Civil War. Now, a lot of conservatives have felt the need to attack me for this. To all those conservatives, I have one response. F you. Donald Trump's campaign, the dog whistles, the dogma, the bigotry in his campaigns, and then beyond the bigotry, his lackluster outreach to African Americans saying, African Americans, if you give me a chance, why? I'm not saying that Hillary Clinton is the best candidate in the world, because that would be a flat out lie, right? I'm not saying Hillary Clinton's going to be the best candidate for black people. Barack Obama wasn't the best president for black people. Those are the facts. But what I do know is that Donald Trump will take African Americans backwards. And you don't have to go far to see it. It's what he says. It's what he advocates for. When he says, I am the law and order candidate, when he says that he's going to fix the problems in Chicago by turning it over to far, far right policies that are being pushed by police unions, that's not going to help black people, right? Donald Trump's only answer to fixing the issues that you have in Detroit and Chicago and in Flint is, we're going to reinvest. Oh, when we invest, it's going to be great. When you ask him about how he wants to fix the achievement gap in this country, he says, we're going to provide school choice and vouchers. Now, Donald, school choice and vouchers won't fix the problems that plague the black community. Every study has shown that the effectiveness of charter schools are negligible at best. If we really, America, if we really wanted to close the achievement gap, we would just stop educating white people, honestly. Then black people can make it up. But we're not going to do that anytime in the near future. So we need to have a real conversation on how we fix it. Not big box solutions that you pick up at the Walmart that are funded by the Walton Foundation, but solutions that encompass how you deal with community. Right? And I'm talking about solutions that say, in this community that we're working in, all the parents have there's an over propensity for people to acquire diseases like diabetes. So in the school, we're going to have a clinic that works on solving diabetes so these parents can be able-bodied to help their kids with their homework, possibly go out and work in the job market. Or maybe, just maybe, we will give teachers the respect that they deserve so they can get things done in the classroom. In Detroit, you have computer labs at technology schools that have no internet. How can you expect black and brown kids to achieve if you refuse to even connect them to the World Wide Web? Republicans like to make it seem as though and make it out to be that because they're in democratically run cities, that's part of the problem as to why African Americans aren't achieving. But I want to remind all of these Republicans that yes, indeed, you are right. They are democratically run cities, but these democratically run cities are plagued by failed far-right Republican policies. I'll give you a couple. The war on drugs. Yes, indeed, America, it is true. The war on drugs and mandatory minimum sentences have wrecked black families, have pillaged black communities, and have destroyed the bedrock of good, high-quality neighborhoods. Number two, America, the proliferation of illegal guns. Smith & Wesson's factory isn't in Chicago, okay? Yes, indeed, it is true. Chicago has some of the stiffest gun laws in the country, but the illegal guns are coming from places like Arizona, South Dakota, North Dakota, Texas, places where the gun laws are fast and loose. Kim Foxx, the person who is running to be the state's attorney in Florida, said this year, the state's attorney in Chicago, Cook County, said this year the Cook County state attorney's office only prosecuted two straw purchase cases in the entire county. The resources aren't there to prosecute these type of cases because the NRA and the gun lobby wants to ensure that the Second Amendment works for anybody who is pale, stale, and male and doesn't work for everybody else. Policy number 3, No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind filled our classrooms with bubble tests and a whole bunch of textbooks created by test makers. Right? Took away the independence of the teachers. Took away the ideal that teachers are coming to classrooms to increase achievement for students, not to a test, but to take them from where they are to where they need to be strong and thriving citizens of this country. But yet Republicans said, oh, no, we'll fix it by putting in a simple standardized test. And the divestment of community. We see this over and over again. Every time you when LBJ, now there's a lot of conservatives that are saying, oh, you're wrong, Richard, but they're wrong. When LBJ created the war on poverty, towards the end of LBJ's term, we as a country had almost pretty much eliminated childhood food insecurity or childhood hunger, right? And then we had Gerald Ford, and then we had the arch nemesis to poor people, Ronald Reagan. And what Ronald Reagan did was roll back a lot of those policies. And by rolling back those policies, he put poverty on Front Street. He increased poverty in communities of color, took away opportunities, and increased poverty. If we truly want to empower black communities, if we truly want to, quote unquote, make America great again, which was never great for African Americans, let's start by investing in these communities. Let's start by having a conversation with these communities and not at them. That's where you start, Donald Trump.